and think of the summers of the past. Adjust the bass and let the Alpine blast. Pop in my CD and let me run a rhyme and put.
What's good, y'all? Welcome back with another video today with Catch the T with Lil G. Just on here giving my comments and my opinions or whatever on what's going on in the social media, pop culture world. With that being said, hop on board with me as I throw some shade and catch some tea. And please make sure to hit that notification button so that way whenever I hop on board, y'all can check me out. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And with that being said, let's get on into it with today's topics. So, Cardi B displayed, basically a teaser, I guess, for one of the songs that's gonna be on her album or whatever. I felt like what I heard, it sounded like a bunch of trash. Shorty don't know if she wanna rap, she wanna sing, she don't know what she wanna do, it seemed like at this point. And if that's what she gonna put on that album, she should have made them wait another 5-6 years. No shade, but anyway, check this teaser out or whatever. Yes, so as you guys just heard that crap or whatever being played, I just feel like if her fan base actually sit up here and tell her that's a bop, she need a whole new fan base or whatever, I feel like, because that sounded horrible. No shade, but horrible with a capital H, honey. Okay, so since we addressing Cardi B, okay, so I guess her little performance or whatever, just how she acted in there was so uncalled for or whatever. The way she was talking to them people, I really see what everybody be talking about now when they be on social media, with the topic of, how she talked to people or whatever. Like, I swear, she always used to be like in her rants about bullying and self-esteems and, et cetera, for, her to downplay and down talk to motherfuckers like that is just so mind-blowing to me. Like, that's why I don't, really take her character serious or whatever. No shade, but just going by looking at all them rants and lives, like, that just go to show you the type of person she is. Like, loud, just want to be heard, it seemed like, you know what I'm saying? And I just be like, that shit don't be called for. They already be in your business, and then you get mad cause people in your business when you be on them lives like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's just crazy to me or whatever, how she, and then for her to do it to her own fan base, but she's not the only one or whatever. But hey, it is what it is. Check out this clip though, y'all.
But production, y'all messing up my pyro. The back is off. Y'all messing up my music. What am I paying y'all pussy niggas for? What am I paying y'all niggas for? Shut my fucking family, bitch.
Okay. So, as y'all just heard how this woman, you feel me, was talking to them people, that was like insane or whatever. Like, I don't care, like, to be honest, if she was paying them or if she wasn't paying them. But to talk to somebody like that. And then what kills me is the audience clapping and cheering, hearing this, lady repeatedly saying the N word for one, and then, just her talking to them like that. They applauding that shit. That's what's so crazy to me or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, like, I'm trying to, like, figure out what's there to, basically apply her on or whatever. Like, they be edging her on, I feel like, too, when she be going on them lives. I swear, because nothing about none of the shit she do, especially on them lives and ranting, or when we always get allegedly, her husband, did her wrong or whatever. And I guess she feeling like she, getting played or whatever. Like, and then allegedly everybody keep, saying she pregnant once again. Like, at this point, it's a pattern, and everybody know basically, Cardi's pattern or whatever. I like think she trying to get all these, publicity stunts down packed or whatever before this album layout gone and fall into place, and she finally give, the Barty fan base their highly anticipated, long waited album or whatever at the end of the day. So, like, yeah, that's ridiculous to talk to somebody like that. My pride too high to even let somebody attempt or whatever. But yeah, moving on. Okay, so Meg, we all know, dropped that album Friday, and finally she got, some updates or whatever for the numbers of the album. And it was a lot of people wondering, well, why come they ain't, posted shit yet about, any numbers. And of course that make you wonder, like, is they postponing the shit, to throw in a bunch of, fake numbers or whatever? Or, like, what's really going on? Because there was a lot of people wondering, like, because as you recall and look back, they hurried up and posted, Nicki's Pink Friday 2 or whatever, like, with the quickness. So, that was, like, mighty funny. And at the end of the day, I just feel like, it's all good or whatever. I guess that, she aiming for the number 3 debut or whatever on Billboard 200. But that 65K though, that's what's throwing me off, especially when, it was like, what, not one, but if I'm not mistaken, 3, singles that charted. I mean, no shade, but all of them singles flop, I think, except for that one, Nicki acknowledgement and tie down or whatever to chart. But anyway, for 65K, I just felt like that should have been, way more than what it was. Especially, since she's doing her tour for the Hot Girl Summer, you would have just thought, the supporters would have really supported a little more or whatever. But anyway, I feel like basically you got a 3-time, Grammy Award winner with a sold out, arena that his, like I said, made, number one, the hot girl, herself, like, got all type of promos and fire, brand collaborations. And that's really not good. Debuted at number 3 with the whole 65, K or whatever. And at the end of the day, I look at it like she released 3, studio albums, and she did 3 mixtapes. It said she had 37 singles, and what I came to a point or whatever, I noticed really all of her first week sales, really all of them are horrible. Me, just looking back, it was Traumatized had 66K, whatever the for the first week sales, and then it was 8,000 for pure album sales. And then, as we know, the Megan hit the 65,000 units first week, and the pure sales was 18,000 or whatever. And as we know, it said it was expected to hit Billboard 200, I think, wasn't it 3? So then you got, the Good News album, and it ended up doing, the first week sale was 100,500, and the pure sales was 10K or whatever. So that ended up with to me, all of them first week sales aren't that good. Like I said, to be 3-time Grammy Award winner, and you on that tour right now, this last album entitled Megan, should have really sold more than them units. And we can all agree to this, agree on it. I'm just, going by the numbers. And yeah, I just realized, none of her first week sales are good, but she look up and get on, the Billboard 200 on each project or whatever that she did. So, I mean, that's an accomplishment alone. But I was just going by, the different first week, you know, sales, and just trying to see the pattern on if, you know, she's progressing or she's going backwards, basically. And at the end of the day, like I said, cockiness sometimes is like a good thing to boost the self-esteem or whatever with some people, but like Megan No Shade throw a lot of shade herself for, you know, her album sales to be the numbers or whatever that they are. And they all, you know, I feel like really sometimes don't take their career serious. I see her as a social media influencer too. The difference is that she can rap though, unlike Cardi or whatever. But anyway, the comment section one said give Rock Nation a day or two to get the bots ready. They already gave that girl a fake #1 song. Laugh out loud. How you got a #1 song on the album that's selling only 64K? How Offset outselling you? How Doja Cat outselling you on an album with no features? Girl, people bought his cause Nicki promoted the F out of it. It was an organic #1. Jay-Z literally just sent off and signed the check with next day delivery to the Billboard office. Watch what's about to happen. Oh, when I say they throw all type of shade. And that's another thing I was wondering. You know, Megan is an independent artist or whatever, and you know she basically big dog herself. I give her that credit or whatever, but I'm just trying to figure out like really how much, you know, Rock Nation be, you know, basically always fucking with her. I'm trying to figure out, does that really consider her to be an independent artist since, you know, she have so many ties and links, you know, with Rock Nation or whatever. So I wonder how does that work? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, moving on to the next page. Okay, so somebody was like, oh, that's not bad. Somebody was like, yeah, Meg, where them vinyls at? Nice, we got 3 more days left for tracking hotties. Lock her up and free Tory, Lord. And then this is what you get when you make terrible music. Like, even though I'm not, you know, a Megan Thee Stallion fan like that or whatever, I will say like she don't do good on the charts on, well, far as these last few singles she dropped before the album even came. You know, like, so she can, however, rap way better than Cardi or whatever. And at the end of the day, her freestyles, they be going. I give credit, you know, when it's due or whatever. And Shorty got, you know, some skills, especially with the, like I said, the freestyles or whatever. moving on, so tell me why allegedly they say that your boy RickRoss, done went to Canada, Drake's neck of the wood, and basically, on some extra shit, he was basically, you know, still dissing and subbing Drake, quote unquote. And next thing you know, I see a video of, Ross crew getting down, I guess, with, natives from Canada or whatever. And to me, the whole, Canada video or whatever, it was crazy, like how these other race backgrounds, just say and use that N-word like that. That's just what's so mind-blowing to me or whatever. And the whole fact that Ross would even go up that way, just to fuck with Drake, or Drake's people or entourage or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Basically, he shouldn't have came up there trolling that man. And them Canada dudes, they ain't had no business, really saying that N-word or whatever, the way they was saying it and how they was saying it. You can tell them motherfuckers was real comfortable, and whoever they be around, they must condone and let that type of shit go on or whatever. With that being said, though, y'all just gotta check out this crazy clip. Now, in the video, the Canada dudes, from what I saw, they was getting down on that video. They wasn't scared by any means type shit. Like, at the end of the day, I'm about to let y'all check out this clip though of the alleged altercation that went down and took place between Drake's crew and allegedly now and RickRoss or whatever. So watch this shit.
What's up, dog? You're in our fucking city. What's up? What's up? Every day I'm hustling. What's up, nigga? You done press us out in our fucking city, nigga. What's up?
Yeah, like, that shit was like real chaotic and popped off real fast or whatever. And like, dude was talking cash shit or whatever. Like, at the end of the day, he was like, you in my city, and they marking RickRoss or whatever. Every day I'm hustling, I hear in the background, like, I feel as if Rick Ross could have had all that shit avoided. I feel like at the end of the day, like his old ass went on that messy shit, I feel as if, and yeah, went marking and, you know, fucking with these people, knowing that they diehard Drake fans still at the end of the day, and you come through trolling, wanna, you know, be messy and shit. Some people have shit like basically happen to them like that, and it could be avoided type of shit. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, like, that was so unnecessary. And, you know, you all then on social media cheesing and grinning like a young ass child or whatever. Like, oh, I just got into a fight with this crew type shit. It was given, and I feel like you need to sit your old ass down somewhere or whatever. Like, luckily, you know, it didn't get worse than that, you know, and somebody's life end up, you know, getting took over some dumbass shit or whatever. But since we on Rick Ross ass, you know, baby mama had her inputs or whatever. Let's check this shit out.
Sitting here ass whooping Willie. You better motherfucking chilly. Well, I don't know who the fuck you calling a fucking granny when you having motherfucking babies while your child is having babies.
She is so fucking funny to me. I swear she is. Like, she a child, her damn self, the way she act. But I was on the neighborhood talk or whatever, and it was like Drake celebrating Canada Day with a laugh after Rick Ross was attacked at a Vancouver music festival by fans. Like, and then you had Uncle Luke talking about he warning Drake that things can get ugly after he seemingly celebrated Rick Ross and his crew getting jumped. Says it could have a Biggie Tupac outcome. Like, that's what I'm saying is so ridiculous. Like, at the end of the day, all of this extra shit, you know, over this or whatever with Drake that don't even got nothing to do with Rick Ross though. Like, he put his own self into that shit. Like, he wanted to be heard. If you ask me, he wanted to, you know, be seen in the spotlight. Sit your old ass down somewhere. And then you got the baby mama, you know, commenting on Drake's post or whatever. Drake posted a picture and, you know, basically Tia commented Drake, and then he was like the GOAT Drake was or whatever, and Rick Ross immature ass done hopped on the comment section and was like Pedro and Granny, and then, you know, tag Drake or whatever. At the end of the day, like, they all just being messy as fuck. Bottom line, with that being said, let's go on and hop off of their ass or whatever, and let's go on and move on to this whole Lil Mama, you know, wanna diss Nicki shit or whatever. Okay, so we all know, you know, Lil Mama brought her non-relevant ass on the internet, I guess recapping or whatever from the BET Awards. And so she just wanted to start it seemed like dissing Nicki or whatever. And if you ask me, Lil Mama is the type of person who is real bitter, angry, upset that she, got her career ended so quickly or whatever. I didn't like the shit that she was making back then anyway, to be honest with y'all, to keep it 100%. But anyway, so yeah, like, my thing is, she came for Nicki. For one, I feel like if you gonna come for somebody, make it be a actual reason, on the reason why you coming at that person. I really don't think she know what the problem is at the end of the day. Now, like, is it Nicki's fault that she got blackballed? No. Is it her fault that she got blackballed in the industry? Yes. With doing that stupid ass shit that she pulled. And then pulled it on the wrong entertainer, knowing that it was going to be consequences, behind the whole situation. So she was like, on there talking about, Nicki basically a prostitute, with her music. And I'm trying to figure out where is that coming from, because at the end of the day, all of Nicki's music is not, on no sexual type of shit, I feel like. And the person that, she done brought up comparing Nicki with, to me, was the biggest, nastiest mouth explicit rapper there is, which is LilKim. So at the end of the day, she's saying, Nicki was influenced by LilKim. At the end of the day, I really can't see that. Besides, similar style of music, I will give it to them. They both know how to dress or whatever. But yeah, she was like, then gave Nicki an award for leading this pack. Corporate bars be going over our head. They laughing at us for sure. And then some ass kisser was like, Lil Mama, facts, I thank God that you are different and that I'ma always have your back. Lil Mama then gonna say, I'ma say at LilKim the Queen Bee led first, and then Nicki came after. And then she was like, keyword this pack. These young women are not influenced by Kim. Nicki is influenced by Kim. These women are 23. What major musical prostitutes do you remember from the last 15 years? Who do you think they watch corporate give a platform and flowers for sliding out? Be for real, like I said. At the end of the day, LilKim been nasty and grimy and promoted sex back in her era. That's the key word, back in her era. I feel like everybody's so quick to want to compare LilKim and Nicki. I'm like, at the end of the day, they conjuring up a long ass beef that happened so long ago. Like, now, is it Nicki's fault that she's winning all of the awards and the other rap girls ain't getting shit? That ain't Nicki's fault at the end of the day. And then, like, I remember they was like, well, she only keep winning because there's no competition. Like everybody said, this year at the BET Awards, not one or three, female hip-hop entertainers that they brought, to be a part of the awards ceremony. But they had like, 7 girls that all performed or whatever else. So nobody can't run with that narrative no more that, it ain't no competition, blah, blah, blah. That's why Nicki steady winning the awards. No, she's winning the awards still because it is a lot of female, rappers or whatever. And they're not getting shit at the end of the day. So I look at it like it is what it is. Why people so bitter and jealous about, Nicki coming on top and still on top of the game or whatever. Like, come on now, just be for real about that. So basically, it's a 5 females rappers performed at the BET Awards last night. 7 female rappers were nominated for Best Female Hip Hop Artist, and the one that wasn't there and hasn't attended in 6 years was the one who won. So it says Nicki Minaj is 15 years into her career and she is still dominating in that category. But I thought y'all said she was only winning awards because she had no competition. Hello. And then it said what happened. But congratulations, Nicki. Right, at the end of the day, that was the narrative, like I said, that they all kept trying to push out or whatever. So now that you got all these women, not only they all are active in their careers, but also, they dropping, making music and doing everything else. So you telling me that it's Nicki's fault still? And now it is some competition. Well, really, I wouldn't even call it competition, to be honest. I would just say it's maybe 1 or 2 females outside, I feel like, of Nicki that's really talented. And, I can see moving and progressing with they music or whatever. Like they said, my girl wasn't even there and haven't even touched foot at the BET Awards in 6 years. So there it is. So that really goes to show y'all that no competition, it don't matter because Nicki's still dominating this whole industry far as holding it down for the female hip-hop entertainers or whatever. And I feel like Cardi B and Lotto, they do so much, with the BET Awards. Why neither one of them got nothing or whatever? That's what's so funny to me at the end of the day. But like I said, people always gonna find something negative that's dealing with Nicki and they gonna run for it and come with all type of narratives at the end of the day. Just go ahead and admit that Nicki is the whole package deal plus more. And then the whole LilKim shit. LilKim only bitter because allegedly they said, that not too far or whatever ago that, she was trying to reach out, I guess, to Nicki. I guess wanting to do some music, a collab with. And allegedly Nicki ain't been, reaching back out to her or whatever. And so LilKim just real bitter. LilKim just want to get back in this game and, get some hits or whatever. Because to be honest, she sure needs them at this point. Because like I said, the last major thing that I heard of Kim doing was charging people through PayPal or whatever, to get a diss album at the end of the day. She was the leading woman at one point. that talent just vanished away. That's how I look at it. We already know LilKim never could dance, but damn, you can't even rap now neither. A tragedy at the end. Okay, so moving on. Basically, it said, mind you, Lil Mama debut album sold less than 20K copies. Her net worth is 6 mil. She only won 2 awards in her music career, and not too many people can name more than 3 of her songs, including features. She never done a world tour. She's washed up and bitter, failed star. Like at the end of the day, they are keeping it 100% honest. To be honest, 3 songs, I can only name 1 song to be 100% with you. And the only other thing I know about Lil Mama besides that irky ass lip glosses popping song was when she thought she was just so cool. And then the crazy part, I remember Beyonce really tried to save that girl by, pulling her back. Cause like Beyonce knew, okay, she about to do some crazy ass shit, it looked like. So Beyonce even tried to save her. And wanted to be so cool, bouncing along like she really was original person on that song with them or something. Like, damn, girl. She claimed she was feeling the music so much and that it touched her. Like, no, it's a thing about doing things at the wrong and the right time. And that was 100% wrong. Like, at the end of the day, to just get on stage while these people performing, and I'm pretty sure they had rehearsals after rehearsals just for a irky little girl to me at the time wanted to come and ruin the performance. Like, Jay-Z and Alicia Keys to this day still had a right to be mad or whatever at the fact. Like, that was so shocking, and it was funny as hell to me because the way she was, up there looking retarded the way she was, and like really thought she didn't do nothing wrong. That's how these people really be delusional or just line one. No shade at the end of the day. It's crazy as hell to just ruin somebody's moment. And that performance up until she did what she did was a good ass performance, I felt like. And then gonna say, basically want sympathy. Like Jay-Z and Alicia Keys both did her wrong. I tried to apologize and apologize. I can't tell y'all how many podcast show she done cried on, talking about the situation. No, baby. The industry saw that bad choice of a move that she did, and the consequences was they blackballed her ass on up out the game. Make a long story short. Okay, so a user was like, Nikki hardly raps about sex and she's never spoken ill about Lil Mama before, but when Nikki responds, she'll butter Twitter warriors and shade room losers will call Nikki a cokehead bitter and says she's ranting. That's why Nikki needs to teach her a lesson with a fire verse. I absolutely agree with this one user or whatever. And it's just mighty funny to me though how the concentration is always on Nikki or whatever the case is. But when the other ones do it, it's no problem. That's what I hate about, getting on Twitter, because I feel like y'all say all of this shit about Nikki, this, that, and the other, when you got some artists who really should be questioned you know, about if they're doing coke rinse, bitter, or whatever the case is. Because no shade, Cardi B gets at least what? Maybe twice, 3 times out the damn week and buries her own self, I feel like, at the end of the day. And, you know, she be an emotional wreck, you know, just crying uncontrollably, you know, the whole nine. And then want to get on there and tell, you know, all her business, like, especially allegedly with the whole Offset, you know, cheating or whatever the case is. Like, that's the main one who they need to question what's going on with her, I feel like. But everybody can do whatever. It's no problem. But when Nicki does it, it's a problem. And that's been going on for years or whatever the case is at the end of the day. But Nicki pen game alone, I feel like will kill Lil Mama out just with that pen, like I said. But anyways, okay, so basically this was, I guess, like something that I had found, but they was like, I'm disappointed in Lil Mama because she completely bypassed Cardi B, who actually set the tone for all the girls that's out rapping right now. All these strippers turned rappers with no bars, only talking about P and dudes, basically. Even Eve, a former stripper, had more lyrical depth and ability than these prostitutes. Onika never promoted prostitution the way these bees do today. And I absolutely agree with that, or whatever the case is. Like, from what, 2017, 2018, that's when you had all of those promiscuous strippers want to turn rappers or whatever era, I feel like. But Nicki did not come into the game even on that type of level. Shoot, the way Nicki was really killing them mixtapes out back then, you would think Onika was one of the fellas. That's how hard, you know, she was spitting in the mixtape era back when she first, you know, began her journey in her music career or whatever the case is. So, yeah, like, all of them are so busy on Onika when they need to talk about the other ones out here. Like, everybody know, allegedly they was like, Biggie turned Kim out and, you know, helped her with her lyrics and shit. And that's how LilKim even came up in the game. That's from what I heard the situation was. LilKim, they said, wasn't even writing her own shit back then. So at the end of the day, it was Biggie's, you know, part in the deal, what got her to even become a star, like, at the end of it. But my whole thing is, she did all that dissing or whatever about Nicki. Why this picture of her and Nicki's mama, this wasn't too far or whatever when they took this picture. So, like, not only you up here dissing, you know, Nicki, but it seemed like you want to take pictures and cheese with people that deals with Nicki at the end of the day. She on this picture looking like she somebody from a church that's a hypocrite. I'm just saying, that's what this whole picture is giving me or whatever. Like, this is just so crazy. Like, that goes to show people have so much hate for you that they'll go around whoever you know or whatever the case is. Just, I feel like, to get more inside scoop or business out or whatever. Like, I know Nikki's mama, don't got nothing to do with the situation. But if I was Nikki's mama and she do actually have a little relationship with Lil Mama, I would have been said, I'm sorry, but you don't fuck with my daughter. You don't fuck with me neither at the end of the day. That's the type of person I am. Like, when I saw the picture, I was like, yeah, this just the fakest shit ever. Like, obviously, Lil Mama must admire Nicki real hard. I feel like Nicki said, these females biting, and really they are her sons at the end of the day. Look at this shit. It say Terry Crews, Lil Mama, and Bow Wow all in one. It's crazy. They is so fucking funny on Twitter, man. Like, on everything. All of them people combined. Dude put you in the mind of Lil Mama. No shade, though. It's so fucking crazy. That is too funny. Like, she need to just give up any hopes of a career at the end of the day, because, baby, it's over with. Like, to think how long ago that's been, like, your career could have been took back off way by the end. Like, that's how I know that career is really over. Okay, so I had to rewind back for a minute simply because I don't know what made me think about it. But it's so funny how all of the rap girls all of a sudden, showing LilKim so much love now all of a sudden. It's just mighty funny to me simply because I feel like all of them are trying to be really messy and funny at this point. Simply because, the whole LilKim and Nicki situation done resurfaced all over again. So now I just feel like at this point, the only reason why so many of them are showing LilKim love, I really feel like, is simply because, they trying to be funny and, edge on the situation, I feel like, at this point or whatever. Because my whole thing is, this girl sit on the Shannon Sharp or whatever his name is podcast a few days ago, and it's just funny to me how she was like LilKim was one of her, but she first named her mama, and then she named LilKim, saying her mama the one who put her on the LilKim. Make a long story short, if that's Megan's idol and Megan got all these boss moves and doing all these boss plays, why in the hell she ain't put the person that influenced her back in the game? At this point, I'm trying to figure out. That's why I'm like, people really be capping, and say they got so much love for this person, that person, or whatever the case is, and then won't even put the girl on or whatever. I feel like Kim might have an actual push if somebody basically have faith in her and know that she can deliver and make some more hits or whatever the case is. But I'm like, now rumor was that they was supposed to hop on the song together I think a year or two ago or whatever, and all of a sudden I never heard nothing else from that. I really deep down feel like these rap girls know LilKim used to be the big influence, but LilKim can't even influence herself no more. No shade, but I'm just being honest. And for them to gaslight her up simply because of, resurfacing of the whole beef between her and Nicki, don't gaslight that girl and get her hopes up, because at the end of the day, they are being reached to Kim, but won't nobody, vouch for her for the music, it seemed like. But anyway, y'all, please make sure that y'all hit that notification button and subscribe to your boy. And please make sure to comment and like, the video. And until next time, I will see you guys on the next round. We'll catch the tea with Lil G.